So hello everyone, this is Dinesh Sharma. I start the topic of narration once again with you. It's a recap or revision of the previous lecture. As some of my students were unavailable that day, so they are available today. So it's my duty to revise this topic again, revise this topic for them. So what do you understand by narration? Narration here means retelling, recording, reporting, or recording, reporting, retelling, or restating the previously said or previously said statement or previously made a comment by anybody. That person may be your teacher, maybe your friend, maybe your brother, or maybe some group of people. So जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं कही सुनी बात को फिर से कहना, है ना? तो नरेशन इज दैट रिकॉर्डिंग द कही सुनी बात.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there are two ways of narration. There are when you record something already said by other people or someone else, you have two ways, two methods of recording, or you have two methods of retelling, you have two methods of reporting. So one method is called direct method, one method is called a direct narration. And the second one is indirect narration. So first we take direct narration. Direct narration means narration lies in reporting the words of a speaker without making any changes. It means you quote the words as it is and you place them in quotation marks, in inverted comma marks. So in the direct narration we use the same words as spoken to us by the teacher, by the principal, by our friend, by our mother, by our parents, whoever, whosoever statement we are recording or repeating or retelling or re-narrating. Okay, for example, let's take some example of direct speech, direct narration. My father says to me, you have to learn some manners. So you see, the son is recording what his father has said to him, and he is recording the statement as it is. You have to learn some manners, and he is putting the statement in inverted comma. So so the direct narration statement is divided into two parts. You can divide the direct narration statement into two parts. You can divide the direct narration statement into two parts. One part lies outside the quotation mark, which is my father says to me, and second part that lies inside the quotation mark is called you have to learn some manner. So the outside part, the outside part is called reporting speech, and the verb in this part is called reporting verb. Okay, so this part is called reporting speech. This part is called reporting speech, and the verb says to, said to, said to, whatever verb is coming in this part is called reporting verb. Is that clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Now come to the second part, which lies inside the comma. The inside the quotation mark, inside the quotation mark part, quotation mark part is called reported speech. Inside the quotation mark is called reported speech. Okay, this part is in object case of reporting verb. So this जो quotation, this the statement that lies, the statement that lies inside the comma, the part that lies inside the quotation mark is called reported speech, and this reported speech is the object of says to, said to, whatever verb is coming there. This is hashtag 1 and this is hashtag 2. Okay, so direct narration is divided, the statements in direct narration are divided into two parts. One part lies outside the comma, which is called reporting speech. The verb in this part is called reporting verb, and the other part that lies inside the comma, inside the quotation mark or inverted comma, is called reported speech, and it is the object to the reporting verb. Clear यहाँ तक?
Yes, sir.
चलिए let's move on. So here is a definition. Narration simply means recording, reporting, or retelling of previously said, stated words or sentences or statements by making certain temporal changes. Temporal changes mean when you are using direct narration, you don't have to make any changes. But when you are making indirect narration, when you are making changes in the statements, or when you are reporting the statement in the indirect method or in that way, then you have to make certain changes in the statement. So the changes will be according to temporal, according to time. मतलब tense change करो, tense change you have to make, and you have to make pronouns changes. When you are reporting a statement in the method of, in the way of indirect narration, you have to make certain changes in the statement regarding tense and pronouns. So there are two. Now let's come to the indirect narration. There are two ways of narration. Direct narration and indirect narration. Direct narration, I've just told you, direct narration lies. There are two ways of narration, direct narration and indirect narration. In direct narration, we have two divisions of a sentence. I've already told you, the first one lies out of the quotation mark and the second one lies inside the quotation mark. The teacher says to his students is the part that lies outside the quotation mark. It is called reporting speech. The verb is reported verb, and the I will teach clauses tomorrow, this is called reported speech. So you have three examples. You look at these examples very carefully, and you tell me which is which part. I mean, what is reporting speech or what is reported speech in these three sentences? My father says to me, क्या है? What is my father says to me? Reporting or reported?
Sir, ये reported है.
Reporting.
Yes, sir, reporting.
The outside part is called reporting speech, and the inside part is called reported.
I need some rest.
I need some rest is reported speech. I need some rest is reported speech. The girl said is reporting speech, and you can't stand in front of me is reported speech. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Nishant and Saurav, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this method or way or style of narrating or reporting is called direct narration. When you repeat the exact words of the speaker is called direct speech. When you are not making any changes, you are not making any, you are not spicing it up, or you are not making any changes. Okay, so this method is called direct speech, direct narration. The part that lies outside the inverted comma is called reported speech. No, reporting speech. The part that lies outside the inverted comma is called reporting speech, and the verb in this part is called reporting verb. The part lying inside the inverted comma is called reported speech. Indirect narration. Now let's come to indirect narration. What do you understand by indirect narration? When you report, record or retell something by making certain changes of tense and pronoun in the previously said statement is called indirect narration. When you repeat, retell or record or re-narrate a previously said statement by making certain changes of tense and pronoun is called indirect narration. When you record, report or retell the previously stated statement after making necessary changes pertaining to tense and pronouns, this style, way or method of retelling is called indirect narration. It means we are not using the exact same words of the speaker, instead we are making changes into it. You getting me or not?
Yes, sir.
So now there are some rules of, now we have come to the point when we will change direct into indirect narration, direct narration into indirect narration. But before that, before I proceed further, I give me a green or red signal whether you got it, then give me green signal, or when you if you don't get it, give me red signal, so that I can move forward, I can proceed. So shall we move on, or shall we stay here or repeat it again, or revise it or repeat it?
So next करवा दो.
Okay. So now our entire effort will be, our whole practice will be to change direct narration into indirect narration. What we are learning here, we are not learning direct narration here, because direct narration we don't have to do anything. We have to just write the statement. But what is the practice here? Converting the direct narration into indirect narration. Changing the direct narration into indirect narration. That is the grammar. That is the practice here. That is the challenge here in front of us. And believe me, even when you know all the rules, people still tend to make mistakes, because there are so many rules in this grammar, in this topic.
Yes, sir.
So when changing narration from direct to indirect, when changing narration from direct to indirect, we need to be very much careful of the rules of transformation. And we need to be very much careful of the rules. So I need your attention here. The first rule is we never change. First rule is always keep in mind that the part that lies outside, which is called reporting speech, the verb is called reporting verb, we never change the tense and pronouns of the outer part or reporting speech. Second, When the reporting speech is in present tense or future tense, we don't make any changes in the tense of the reported speech. What the rule says, when the reporting speech is in present tense or future tense, we don't make any changes in the tense of the reported speech, the inside part. Third rule, when changing from direct narration to indirect narration, the first act we need to do or need to perform is to remove the inverted comma or conjunction or comma. For that we need a adequate conjunction or connector. Mostly in simple sentences the connector is that. So when we are converting the direct into indirect, the first thing that we do is we remove the comma, quotation marks and comma. And when we remove quotation marks and comma, we need a connector or conjunction. And mostly in general sentences, in usual sentences, in simple sentences, the connector is that. Let me repeat all these three rules. We never change the tense and pronouns of the reporting speech, the outside part. When the reporting speech is in present tense or future tense, we don't make any changes in the tense of the reported speech, the inside part. When changing from direct narration to indirect narration, the first act we need to perform is to remove the inverted comma or comma. For that we need an adequate conjunction or connector. Mostly in simple sentences, the connector is that.
Yes,
After
sir.
applying connector, the second change that we make is of pronouns. Is pronouns change. The second change that we make is of pronouns change. And the fifth rule says we never change the pronouns of the reporting speech. We never change pronouns of the reporting speech, but the pronouns of the reported speech are changed as per the subject and object of the reporting speech. We never change the pronouns of the reporting speech, but the pronouns of the reported speech are changed as per the subject and object of the reporting speech. So are you sure of the fifth rule? Is the fifth rule clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes.
The fifth
Yes.
rule says that the part that lies outside the comma, we don't have to change the pronouns of this part, or we don't have to change the tense of this pronoun part. But the part that lies inside the comma, its pronouns will be changed according to the subject and object of the outer part of the reporting speech. When there is first person pronoun in the reported speech, when there is first person pronoun in the reported speech, we change it according to the subject of the reporting speech. When there is second person pronoun in the reported speech, we change it as per the object of the reporting speech. And when there is third person in the inside part, we don't have to make any changes. And sixth rule,
Yes, sir.
reporting verb changes as following. Reporting verb changes as following. I am saying verb changes, I am not saying tense changes. Okay, we never change the tense of the outer part.
Yes, sir.
And when the tense is present or future, we don't change the tense of the inside part as well. The tense of the inside part will be changed only when the outer part is in past tense. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now let's look at this. Say and says, no change. Say to and says to, tell or tells. Say to, said, no change, and said to, told. But we will not take past statements here right now. We'll only take future
Yes, sir.
and present statements, for example. So the first direct narration statement is direct speech is the teacher says to his students, I will teach clauses tomorrow. The teacher tells his students that. We removed comma here, we applied that here. That he or she. Teacher is a common gender. Teacher may be a male or teacher can be a female. So here is first person, first person I is first person. It will change according to the subject of the outer part. Our subject of the outer part is the teacher. First person will change according to the subject of the outer part. The subject of the outer part is the teacher. Teacher can be a male, teacher can be a female. So the teacher tells his students that he, she will teach because the outer part is in present tense, so we will not change the tense of the inside part.
Yes, sir.
Teach clauses the next day, but tomorrow will be converted into the next day. Okay, now look at the next statement. My father says to me, I need some rest. My father tells me that he. Now father is a male. Now father is not a common gender. Father is a male, mother is female. So for father we need a pronoun he. And I will change according to subject. Subject is father. Father is he. He needs some rest.
Yes, sir.
The girl says, you can't stand in front of me. Now in this sentence, says is given and there is no object given here. But the inside part you is there and you will change according to the object. Then you have to assume some dummy object. You can change, you may not change that you, or you may change you into he and I. Okay. So you have to assume some dummy object. The girl says to me. The girl says to him. Okay. So you have to assume some. Or if you are not assuming, that too is okay. That too is okay. So the girl says, you can't stand in front of me. The girl says that you, if you are not assuming any object, the girl says that he, if you are assuming him as object, and the girl says that I, if you assume me as object. So the girl says to me, then the girl says you can't stand in front of me. The girl says that you can't stand in front of me. The girl says to him that he cannot stand in front of her. The girl says to me that I cannot stand in front of her. So you can take object as per your convenience. And if you are not taking any object, you can just make it by you only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here
Yes, sir.
we are putting here. I am putting for your convenience in bracket marks. To me, oblique, to him, oblique, to you. Okay. These are dummy objects. Okay. These are not given in the question sentence. The object is not given in the question sentence. Then you have to assume it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And second person changes according to the object of the outer part. The second person pronoun changes according to the object of the outer part. That's why we need some object in the sentence. That's why we need to assume some object in the sentence, in the statement, the sentence. Now come to the next statement. She says to her mother, I am grown up now and can better take care of myself. She tells her mother that she is grown up then. Now will be in converted into then. And can better take care of herself. or we should not change. I guess now will not be changed because the past, the present tense, we are still dealing in present tense. Okay. She tells her mother that she is grown up now and can better take care of herself. So I will become she and myself will become herself, because she is the subject there.
Yes, sir.
I and myself are first person pronoun. First person pronoun will change according to the subject of the outer part. Second person pronoun will change according to the object of the outer part.
Yes, sir.
Her brother says to her, "You have to obey your teachers." Her brother tells her. Her brother tells her that she, अब she has to नहीं होगा बेटा. She has to is wrong. She have to is wrong. She has to will be there.
She has होगा सर यहाँ.
Exactly, she has to obey her teachers. She has to obey her teachers.
बस सर यही है, कनेक्ट करना है इनको और जो उनकी जगह प्रोनाउन को रखना है, बस दो चीज करनी है.
अभी तो दो now नहीं still we up to now we have to make these changes up to now, but when the outer part is in past tense, but when the reporting verb is in past tense, then you have to be very much careful of several changes. You have to change the tense, you have to change the pronouns, you have to change the adverbs as well. Okay, so by now or up to now you have to only change the pronouns, because tense will not change as the tense is in, as the reporting speech is in present tense.
Yes sir, yes sir.
The principal says to all the students, from tomorrow we all are going to meet her at school as the school are opening. The principal tells all the students that from the next day they all are going to meet at school as the schools are opening. Third person no change, third person no change. Ritu says to Reena, you don't have to follow Ravi as I love him. Ritu tells Reena that she doesn't have to follow Ravi as she loves him. Ram says to Lakshman, Bharat is my dear loving brother like you. Ram tells Lakshman that Bharat is his dear loving brother like him. So you let me know up to here, is everything clear? Nishan, Saurav and all three. Nitesh is not joined yet. Is it clear all?
Yes sir.
Okay, so now let's move on. Now our topic for today is second part, when the reporting speech is in past tense. Now the topic for today is, we are continuing the topic and we are discussing when the reporting speech is in past tense, because up to now we have seen reporting speech is in present tense, and now we are discussing when the reporting speech is in past tense. When the reporting speech is in past tense, so first heading that we take is tense change. Present simple, into past simple, present continuous into past continuous, present perfect into past perfect, present perfect continuous into past perfect continuous. Subject plus v1 plus object complement into subject plus v2 object complement. Subject plus do does plus not plus v1 into subject plus did plus not plus v1 plus object complement. Is, am, are plus v verb ing into was were plus verb ing. Have, has v3 into had plus v3 have has plus been into had plus been. Past simple into past perfect. Means subject plus v2 plus onc into subject plus had plus v3 plus onc. Past continuous into past perfect continuous tense. see will, shall, into, would, should, may, into, might, can, into, could. Now we'll see adverb changes. Adverbs change. Tomorrow, the following, or next day. Today, that day. Tonight, TONIGST. Tonight, the previous night. Yesterday, the previous day. Next, the following or coming. Yet, then, now, then, here, there. And you can suggest some changes. Yesterday, ago, before. Tomorrow, tonight, yesterday, that day. Can you suggest some more changes? If I don't remember some of the changes, can you suggest some? Yet, then, now, then, here, there, ago, before, tomorrow, the
जो आप लिख
following.
रहे हैं वो सब सर, ये जो आप लिख रहे हैं वो सब उस फाइल जो आपने सेंड की उसमें है ना सब कुछ?
नहीं, हाँ, ये this file is shared already with you.
हाँ, जो आप लिख रहे हैं वो सब चीजें है ना उसमें?
हाँ, yeah, this is there.
Yes, sir.
This file is with you, beta, shared. It's already shared with you. This is the new
Yes, sir.
file created for direct narration, indirect narration.
नहीं, मैं ये पूछ रही हूँ, आपने लिखा है ना वो सब उसमें मेंशन है ना, ये पूछ रही हूँ बस।
Yes, mention है. And you need to be very much careful of all these word changes when converting direct into indirect, in case the reporting speech is in past tense. So long as the reporting speech is in present tense, we don't have to make any changes of tense, and sometimes we don't make changes in the adverbs too, and nobody takes them seriously. But when the tense is in past tense, you have to be very much cautious and alert about these changes, these alternations.
Yes, sir.
So now let's take some sentences and we do this in practice. Okay, so so Saurav, can you take some sentences, and can Nishant, are you there, Nishant? So take some examples, direct narration. Yes, my brother said to me you are the gift of God to me as a brother. I didn't change it, try to change it. My brother told me that that my brother told me that, try changing it.
English is very necessary for personality development.
No, change the statement. Are you on the file? My brother said to me, you are the gift of God to me as a brother. My brother told me that I was the gift of God to him as a brother. Saurav, can
मतलब
you?
सर आलतू फालतू की बातें जोड़नी है ना, मतलब जैसे ऐसे कहते थे, ऐसा सुना था, ऐसा हुआ था.
No. The statement will be given to you. No altu faltu baat. The statement will be given to you, and you have to
अच्छा.
convert the direct into indirect. Practice is this.
अच्छा.
You are given a direct statement. My brother said to me, "You are the gift of God me to me as mean, these are the this is the statement of your brother which you have recorded as it is in the direct method. But now we have to report the statement in indirect way by changing by making changes into it. There are two ways of telling.
My
Suppose
brother tells me. ऐसा है कि
told me. My brother told me, because the outer part is in past tense. You will use past verb.
yes sir.
Saurav and Nishant, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
So you are not changing any sentence. Make some sentences here in this file and show that you got it.
Yes sir.
You do it.
Nishant's mic not working, sir.
Your not what is not working?
Nishant's mic is not working,
Acha,
sir.
Nishant's mic is not working. Fine, it's okay, it's okay. Nishant, but your net will be working and you can type on it. You can type on this file. Direct narration. The teacher said to the students, you have to be ready for your physics viva uh, tomorrow. Now change it. Who will do it? Change it. Nishant, type it. Nishant and Nitesh, just select some font color for yourself and type it. Type the answer here. I'm typing another sentence. Uh, the Prime Minister of India said We are an emerging nation and soon will become the leader of the world. The teacher told the students that you didn't change we into something. They had, shabash. They had to be ready for their physics. Good, Saurabh, good, very good. Sonu and Nishant, you also type your answers.
सर मैं कल आंसर दूंगी, आज इनको देने दो।
Okay. Uh, Sonu said to us, I will answer these questions tomorrow. Let these people try today. Nishant, are you doing? Nishant, I understand that your mic is not working, but your speaker is working. Your typing font is working. You are showing in this file and you are typing. Okay, some issue occurred in mic, but he should type. Okay, the teacher told the students that they had to be ready for their physics viva the next day. Good. The Prime Minister of India said that we will not be chased. Saurabh, we will not be chased because it's for nation people, including the Prime Minister. We were. Or you can to be safe side, you can make it they. We and they, we oblique they. Soon would become the world leader. The leader of the world would become the leader of the world. Very good. Uh, highly commendable. Very good command over language you have developed. You have practiced very hard. You have really worked very hard on English language. Impressive. The principal said to all the students, you all have to be adherent to the rules and regulations of the college. and further added and further added and further added, let these people try today, try that day कर दो. अगला next, solve the next one.
The principal told to all the students,
शाबाश.
they
Very good, very good, very good. They all
all
had
to be adherent
to the rules
and regulations
of the college. Very good, shabash.
of the college.
So do solve some of the sentences at home by yourself, and tomorrow we'll do the practice. We'll
Yes, sir.
solve some more sentences so that we can become confident about changing direct into indirect narration.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
I hope that you got it today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Saurabh, is it easy ना? Is it easy?
Yes, sir.
अब तो हार्ड नहीं लगता होगा ना? Okay, thank you very much. Let me finish this recording and we talk then.